and welcome to tonight's Solavei Super Social. My name is Stacey Wallace, and I am excited, proud, delighted to be joined here by some other incredible top-performing leaders within Solavei. Tonight is a very, very special Super Solavei social hangout that we are going to do tonight because of all the special guests that you are going to get to hear about here in just a few minutes. First, I want to introduce everybody that's on this panel. Every week we've got our top ELN admin leaders that are in here. We want you to know that we are so excited just to continually provide the safe place, unity, team, camaraderie, tools in order to empower you to be able to go out and build an absolutely awesome business. We've got Aaron Wolf, James Linhart, Laura Wells, Ricardo Gloria, and my name is Stacey Wallace, and we are all very grateful to be here with you tonight. Obviously, Ricardo is having a lot of fun with his Solavei banner. Oh, mine is upside down. Let me do that again. Everybody, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, pull. There we go. Yeah, Laura's got a little something going on. We're going to tell you more about what that is here in just a few minutes. But let's go ahead and get started. Tonight's Super Social, there's a couple of things we want to talk about before we bring on our special guest. First thing we want to remind you guys is make sure that you go and get registered for the Social Commerce University. This weekend is Orlando, November 9th. Make sure you go and get registered for that. We've got a couple more days for pre-registration. You save, obviously, $5 when you pre-register. At the door, the price goes up because we really need you guys to pre-register. That helps us with seats and getting the room set up, making sure that we are fully ready for you when you come. It's an incredible day of training with top leaders where you are going to be able to not only ask questions to the nth degree, we make sure every question is answered, as well as hear meaty training on how to use social media sites, how to increase your leads, how to be able to share Solavei, how to develop a large network. I'm excited. I'm going to be there live and in person and can't wait to see you guys. So make sure you go to empoweredliving.biz/university so that you can get registered and be a part of that event as well. We're going to have Social Commerce University t-shirts there, the bracelets and things. So make sure that you pre-register and be a part of that. Now, also, we want to just remind you that if you want to participate in the conversation that's going to be going on during this Super Social, we've got a couple of places that you may want to tap into. First is our Facebook group with empoweredliving.biz. All of us, in addition, I know we've got also Jose Miranda and Roxana Hanna and JJ and Nathan, a number of other leaders that are also, we're all coming together to form one voice in Solavei. We've all laid aside our own little extra brands and Facebook groups so that we can have one place where we play in together so you can tap into the best of the best in Solavei. So facebook.com/groups/Empowered Living Network is where you can join the conversation right now. Now, we also have a Facebook page for those of you who don't want to hear the conversations but you want to see the posts and updates of what's happening. Of course, you can always tap into our empoweredliving.biz site. But if you want to do that on Facebook, you can see right there, facebook.com/empoweredlivingbiz. And that's just a page where we do our posts. There's not a whole lot of banter that goes on there. More so, it's just us giving you updates and posts at Empowered Living Biz Facebook group. Now, we also have Uno Voz, which, thank you, Ricardo. Why don't you tell our Spanish-speaking friends about Uno Voz and why they need to tap in there?
Muy buenas noches a todos. Les saluda Ricardo Gloria. Les invitamos a conectarse en el grupo de Una Voz en facebook.com/groups/Una Voz 2013. Ahí es donde les damos toda la información, bastante apoyo, herramientas, noticias y mucho más de cuando hacemos los webinars y también las llamadas en español completamente. Conéctense facebook.com/groups/Una Voz 2013. Muchas gracias.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. We are, I am right now getting message. James, Laura, I'm going to turn it over to you for just a second. Y'all are going to see me pop off. I'm going to get our special guest online with us.
You guys there?
Yes, we're here. I think we're waiting for our special guest. Hey, so James, while we're waiting,
Well,
why don't you kind of explain the generosity campaign, what we were talking about last week, and that'll lead us into the special announcement later on today.
Yeah, definitely. I think that the generosity campaign, we're seeing a lot of people like really during this time and during this season giving back without expecting anything in return, and that's really what our generosity campaign is all about. And we started doing that here in the Empowered Living Network, and it's something that once you start doing it, almost it become you attract all the other people that are doing it in the world too. So we're going to be giving out some incredible tools for you starting today after the close of this Google Hangout that you'll be able to use today, be able to download, start reading through it. Just a lot of different things throughout the rest of the month that we're going to be giving away, really just to improve the community that we have at large and give back as much as we can.
Awesome, and we are going to talk about that here in just a second. I have got our CEO and founder of Solavei that is about to pop on with us here, and we've got a new Google format. I don't know if you guys can see it at your end, but it's created a little bit of chaos on our end because how you invite people and how they get on is new. So for those of you who are hosting Google Hangouts, you want to make sure that that you are able to go in and play around with it. I actually love it. It's just taking a minute to get everybody up to speed and running. As he gets on, James, you guys, at the end of tonight's Hangout, we are going to actually be talking about the generosity campaign as well as what's happening this week. We're going to announce this week's Big Give winner, and that's going to be the person that's going to get, remember we talked about we're going to give that some Solavei party, what is it called? The Solavei Up Party Kit thing. That we're going to talk about in just a little bit. And we do have a winner. We're going to announce that towards the end of tonight's Super Social, so make sure you stay on. We're also going to be talking tonight, right after we go through what is Solavei, we're going to go through the Solavei Scoop. And of course, this week there have been some really exciting announcements made, and we're going to talk about our incentive. We're going to talk about why you have less than 6 hours now to opt in for a specific thing. You're going to have actually months and months and months to opt into the incentive program, but we're going to talk about that as well tonight. There is a short little 5-hour and 52-minute window that we have here that you want to make sure you go to connect.solavei.com and register. Okay, I think we're getting close here. I'm getting buzzed. I honestly, these nights, guys, sometimes I think this is where I go gray, is because of trying to figure this all out. But what's really great about it is that you guys look awesome, and we're excited for that. So let me just do this real quick. Laura, I know that you have been actively involved this week in posting and sharing inside of the ELN community. What would you say is the emotion of the folks right now about all of the new incentives and where Solavei is going through the holidays?
Yeah, right now, everybody seems really excited about, the generosity campaign. I think partially, I think for a lot of people, Solavei attracts a certain type of person. It's kind of like we're all from different areas, all have different backgrounds, all different shapes, sizes, colors, but it seems like we're all cut from the same common thread, and that's that we want to do good for others. And so the buzz in the communities right now is all about how are you being generous, who's expressed generosity to you, and it's not really about SIM cards all that much. That's really exciting. So, and then of course, the incentives, the latest announcements, and things like that are getting everybody really excited. But from the most part, what I'm seeing is a lot of generosity, a lot of stories of generosity.
Okay, goodness, look, we have action taking place. Oh my goodness gracious sakes alive. It looks like we have our guest coming on. Laura, I'm so sorry to have interrupted you. Everything froze at my end. Looks like we have got Larry Wallace is about to pop in and join us here with our CEO and founder. And hopefully, let me just see here. I'm not seeing their video up yet, but I think they're coming on live. Here we go. Let's just see here. Okay, there we go. We have got him live, our CEO and founder, Ryan Wirtz. Ryan, we are so excited to have you tonight and excited to hear from you. Every Monday night, we do an overview of what is Solavei, followed by the Solavei news. And man, what a great privilege it is to have you tonight share with us the vision of Solavei and why we're all so excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here tonight.
Well, Stacy, it's good to be here. I don't know how many are on right now, but I was just told a few minutes ago that you've got a lot of people across the country that are on, and it's so good to see some of those that I know so well. Such great leaders here in Solavei. So good to see each one of you. Is that Aaron that I see?
Aaron Wolf, James Linhart, Laura Wells, Ricardo.
Hey,
We've got James.
Hi, Aaron. Hi, James. Hi, Laura. Ricardo. So good to see you, and Stacy. It's so good to be with you tonight.
Well, our privilege, and we would love for you. We've got a lot of guests on that are watching tonight, many that will watch the replay of this, and we would love for you to. It's been a while since we've just had our CEO tell us what is Solavei and why is now the time for people to get involved.
Well, that's you just mentioned a subject that is something that draws me. In fact, I had a meeting here in my office, was where I'm sitting right now, a few moments ago with an executive of one of the largest technology companies in the world, and he actually asked me the question, Ryan, why are you and why are so many people so excited about what Solavei is doing across the country? And I was at a CEO summit this past weekend with some of the CEOs of some of the largest companies in the United States and the largest around the world. And as we began talking about social commerce, the social commerce revolution that we talk about as a company, the technology that we've created, more importantly, the secular trends, growth trends that we are sitting squarely in the middle of today as a company. And why I'm so excited, why I'm so passionate about this company is that the vision of this company and what we've created all goes back to October of 2011 when I saw what ultimately we created was a company, an opportunity to truly positively impact millions of people's lives. That sounds, in many cases for people, it sounds altruistic. How could you actually do that? I believe if you have something that can be so strong that can actually create a shift in how people do things over the course of a 1, 3, 5, and 10-year period. You think about back in the late 1990s, people didn't trust actually to put their credit card on the internet and buy something. E-commerce was at the very beginning. But what was reported that it was going to be a 2,600% growing industry year over year. And as we all know today, how much of our purchasing is going to be done this year during the holiday season via the internet, through e-commerce. Think back in 1996, 1997, you didn't even trust to put your credit card in. One, you didn't even know if you could return it. You didn't know how you'd get it back. It was something you didn't understand. And I believe what's happening right now with Solavei is we're sitting squarely in between 4 key trends. And I talked about it. Everyone that's associated with Solavei tonight knows it. I'm more convinced today that the 4 trends that we're sitting in the middle of are stronger and faster growing today than it even was a year ago. And so people say to me, Ryan, what about now? Well, now we are truly at the beginning. But the best day for Solavei of the what's now been just a little over a year since we launched the company, the best day is today. Because of how much these trends are in fact growing. Number one, obviously, the economy. You don't have to look to the left or right and have to go too far to see that the majority of the world today is concerned about where economics are. And you see it no matter what television station you turn on, no matter what newspaper you pick up. Obviously today social, we're partaking in that right now in a social exchange. I mean, social media has changed. We act, interact, take in information, share information. Third, obviously, mobile. We carry it around with us every single day. And 4, and the one that really is underpinning the entire model that we have as a company inside of our technology is the whole referral methodology that we see companies like Dropbox, Zulily, who was just reported they're going to be going public, and they're going to have approximately $2 billion valuation. Most people don't realize that company has been created because of a person-to-person referral exchange where women, mothers, referring their friends, women and mothers, to buy stuff from them. The companies like Guild, companies like Uber, you know, what's now $3.5 billion valuation, where Uber, where you can get your black car now. And how did you learn about that? You learned about it through a friend. In fact, right directly in the technology, where you can take and you can share with a friend and give them $10 and you get $10 off your next ride. And that referral mechanism, I believe, is accelerating faster than ever. And I don't believe there's a company in the world that has created a social commerce network like Solavei has to take the primary goods and services that you use every single day and enable you by just simply sharing with those closest to you. In fact, the way I said it here in the company today, here with some of my team, I said, you know, this is a company where friends collectively together are able to buy things less. And you know, in the simplest of form, think about this. If you go today and you're going to go buy a barbecuer, because you need to buy a new barbecuer, you go down, you price out the one you want, and you're going to go buy it. But now you find out there's 3 or 4 or 5 of your friends that actually also are ready to buy new barbecues. What do? You go down to that place you're going to buy the barbecue and you say to them, you know, I understand what the price is if I buy it, but what if about 5 of my friends come in and buy the barbecue? You think we can get it for less price? Almost every single time, that retailer, that goods and service provider are going to say absolutely. And what we've done is we take the simplest form of that inside of our model. Our mission is to make commerce less expensive yet profitable. What does that mean? That means us collectively together, all of us as friends collectively together inside of a technology and a platform where we today bind together all of our behaviors, all of our wants, all of our needs, the primary items we buy every single day, and because we do it collectively together, we're able to pay less for it. The mission, make commerce less expensive. At the core of our company, it is that. All of us collectively together. Isn't it smarter to be able to, together as friends, go in and buy something and get it for less price, and in the process help each other out? That's at the core of the mission. The second part of our mission is to make it also profitable. What does that mean? That means us taking the waste that I believe is in the system of advertising. Over $100 billion is spent in the United States alone. Nielsen, one of the great research firms in the world, you know, says, you know, that 47% of people actually trust big media advertising, radio, television, and print, which means 53% of people don't trust it, which means over $50 billion is wasted. Just the mobile operators alone in the United States spending over $7 billion in advertising, sales, and marketing, basically to try to convince you to leave your one carrier to go to another carrier. What if we took those dollars and actually inside of a platform enabled you, because you just shared with other people, your friends, not only do you pay less for what you were already buying, but also because you became the voice to be able to share with others, that we actually rewarded you for doing that. And if you think about today, what this company has done in just a little over a year, what started with an idea, what started with building some very, very strong technology. We spent tens of millions of dollars in building this technology, and went out and started with mobile as the very first service. And we'll have mobile, we'll have energy, we'll have cable, we'll have financial services. With Marketplace, which we just launched, we're now 16,000 small and medium businesses across the country. You know, majority of the top 30 retailers in the United States, 400 e-commerce providers in the United States. You literally, just because you're part of Solavei, you go and spend less, because we've, again, collectively together, hundreds of thousands of members now in literally just a year have come together and said, you know what, we're all going to bind together our behavior and our desires, our wants, our needs, and through this platform, Solavei, we're going to just spend less. And I love, James, seeing, in fact, some of the posts that you had, James, over the last couple days of Starbucks and spending less at Starbucks and some of the very places you've been going out. All why? Because you're part of Solavei. Solavei, where you're today, $49 a month unlimited, text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. Well, I used to pay $130 a month for my iPhone. And you know what? I was talking yesterday, chairman of a company, very, very large corporation. He says to me, you know, I'm today with AT&T. That's what he said to me. He goes, I'm with AT&T. He goes, tomorrow I'm switching to Solavei. He goes, because you know what? I spend over $100 for my mobile phone. I'd rather only spend $49. And you know what? I've got kids that I'd love to be able to introduce this to that are in college. Then I know, you know what? They would love the opportunity to be able to affect positively all of their friends to pay less, and also together, collectively, be able to spend a lot less because they've shared it with other people. And you know, I could go on, and you know, I don't think you're wanting me to go through an entire overview to the technology, the platform, and how it works, and what we do. if anything, what I can do tonight is I'm more excited today than ever before because of what I see happening, the secular growth trends that are taking place, the company and the position that we have with the technology that we have in place, the simplicity of people being able just to enroll in Solavei by just shifting a behavior, or spending $49 at T-Mobile or Verizon or Sprint or AT&T, to now they're saying, you know what, I'm going to spend $49. I'm going to take that SIM card out and put a Solavei SIM card in and pay $49. I'm going to go directly into Solavei and be a part of a community that's made up of my friends. And now I'm just going to share it with them naturally. And you know what? Just like that example I gave with the barbecue and spending less collectively together, I'm going to have as many as my friends to be able to do the exact same thing. And the bigger we become as a company, today, you know, obviously over 250,000 people and growing by leaps and bounds every single day. You know, there'll be a day that'll be 1 million, 2, 3, 4, and 5 million. Do you imagine where all of us together, and there's 5 million of us or 10 million of us, and we all together say, you know what, we today want to bind together to go and buy X. Now, you remember the example I gave on just the 5 people going to buy barbecue? What happens when 5 million people, where all of us together say, we want to go buy this together? That's the community that's been created with Solavei. And I only believe it's now, right now, where people are understanding the power of what's been created in this platform, in the technology, and the bigger we all get together, the stronger we'll be to be able to affect change in every aspect of our budget. And how great does that feel with friends, with family that are all able to benefit? I mean, Stacy, you know, I know your family and my family and all those that are here associated, you know, with this hangout tonight. You all have family, you all have friends, and you imagine if you were able to be the instigator because of your friends being able to just shift their behavior. This isn't about some sales deal. This is about, you know what, just doing something that just makes sense. It's just smart. And all we've done is create an enabling environment that allows people just to connect, people to share, and people to save. And it's through that process that we see across the country now by the hundreds of thousands of people that are doing just that. So more than happy to answer anything that you have, Stacy, but I'm just so honored to have each one of you associated with this tonight, your leadership, your passion that all of you share every single day for this company, and ultimately what I love, especially as we're moving into this holiday season, literally we'll have tens of thousands of people that will have a positive impact because of what this company is doing during this holiday season, and it makes me excited.
Well, we're excited too, Ryan, and we just want to say thank you. You know, first off, for coming on tonight. We really appreciate it. And yes, we could actually listen to you go on and on and on about the technology and the platform. I saw Laura's little eyes beam up, and she's like, "Yes, let him go." But in respect of you, I know it's a late night, and you're still there at the office, and you've got a great family to get home to. If you would do us this benefit later on when we do the Super Social, we're going to talk to people about the #SolaveiUp contest. So all of my peeps there that are on, let's take an opportune moment here. Hold up your banner, because they said if we got on TV, we might get to win bigger prizes. This is TV. So James, somebody, here we go. Hang on. Screenshot it, James. Can you get it? We got to be holding up our Solavei banner. Uh-oh, I got to get mine in there. There we go.
Yeah, oh, you're a little bit out of focus, Stacy.
I am? There
yeah, I don't see anything with Laura.
You don't see? Well, she's hiding. That's her little red hair. So
but
hopefully we got it, guys.
Well, I think y'all need to take another screenshot again.
Oh, because, hang on. You get it, James? Oh, how fun. Oh, my goodness, mine's all twisted. Let's do it again. There we go. All right, guys. Hopefully y'all got that. A lot of fun.
But that funny thing about it is, as I walked down the street last week, I don't know if all of you saw the walking in and out of some of the mobile operators, but if you could have seen me being chased down the street by a security guard because I'm running with the Solavei banner.
That's awesome. We've all talked collectively about which one of us has the best criminal record that could run out on a baseball diamond or football field with our signs and go ahead and take the shot at getting arrested. But we haven't found anybody to fully go on that yet.
Well, thank you guys for having me on tonight. I always love seeing each and every one of you. Have a great night, and I look forward to we've got a lot of great things coming up. In fact, look for the scoop to come out tomorrow morning, and make sure you share, share, share. Obviously, we're getting loud with everything that we're doing right now. This is the only place right now that members by the droves can be sharing Solavei and positively impacting people's life with 1 month of free mobile service. We want as many people, by the thousands upon thousands, to experience Solavei, and especially what it's going to do for them positively in the month of December with this free mobile service. And ultimately coming up on November the 21st, right, live from Dallas, Texas. It's going to be an incredible night. We've got some exciting announcements that's going to impact tens of thousands of people across the country. So have a great night. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Well, guys, we are going to jump into the Solavei Scoop, and before we do that, we want to encourage all of you, just like you said, if you haven't already enrolled in Solavei, now's the time to get started. It's real simple. Just go ahead and go to solavei.com / the name of the person, the username of the person that referred you to this, and get enrolled immediately. And then what we've done is collectively, all of the top leaders, the majority of all the top leaders, have come together to put together a site that's going to give you just some simple tutorial training, so that we have a motto, no member left behind. And we want to make sure that you are accessing that and taking advantage of that. And you can just go to empoweredliving.biz, and you can check that out right there. And you're going to see something called the 1, 2, 3 training. Now, the 1, 2, 3 training is going to give you basically everything you need. The first thing, or one of the first things on the 1, 2, 3 training is going to tell you to opt into our new incentive trip. So you can see we just updated that late last night to make sure that everyone, first thing you want to do, of course, you want to get hooked up in My Solavei and make sure that you're activated and all of that. And then the second thing is go opt in to the incentive we're going to tell you about here in just a second. So as you go through that, you're going to get in, get social, get free. The trainings are going to show you how to do that. The website there at empoweredliving.biz is going to wrap you around. It will give you enough that you can research between that. It's going to show you all the online tools for Solavei, how to use them, as well as give you an opportunity. We're a community that is wrapping our arms around you every week. We basically do 3 hangouts and webinars a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We've got marketing trainings. We've got deep dive marketing tips that we give. Let's see, I had a feeling. Perfect, I'm getting texts from you guys. Awesome. And we're going to just jump in now to the Solavei Scoop. And I'm going to ask my peeps here to help me with this. So y'all just get ready. Can you guys see the screen? Can you guys see the Solavei Scoop screen right now? Laura, nod for me if you can see it.
I can see you. The Solavei Scoop is the little one.
It's actually, yeah. It's on regular transmission, so the screen is for everybody else right now. I'm looking at it.
Okay, so if you want to choose the slides, you can actually go ahead and click on that screen, and it'll make it big on your screen. These are some of the changes that Google's put into place, because I see the screen, but I can tell you guys aren't seeing the screen. So I'll just continue to hope that you're seeing the screen and go through them. Ryan talked about it just now, about the Get Free offer. James, why don't you enlighten us? Give us a few more details. What is this Get Free? And then I want to know why Laura likes this video so much.
Yeah, I think the Get Free offer is really a way that Solavei is giving back towards the holiday season, and it's really making it, if you talk about BOGO offers, so really what it is, it's when somebody becomes a Solavei member, they're able to start their Solavei mobile service for $49 for the first month, and they get the second month for free, so really erasing someone's mobile phone bill for the holidays. And sometimes that can be a $100 bill, sometimes that can be a $200 bill. That somebody comes to Solavei this month, they can really erase that for the month of December. And also, you now have 2 months where you're paying $49 for service, where if you refer 3 friends, that's $20 off your bill, another 3 friends, another $20 off your bill. So by January 1st, you can use the next 2 months by starting 2014 and have free mobile service forever. So that's how I see this opportunity of being able to have 2 months for $49. Gives people some time to be able to refer to family and friends. I mean, we got Thanksgiving coming up. You've got you got Hanukkah, you've got Christmas, you've got all these different holidays that are coming up where you're going to be around family and friends. And what an easy conversation starter, because everyone wants to know what cool new phone you have. So excited, I got my new Nexus 5 that should be here next week. What new phone do you have? And be able to strike that conversation up and pass along the giving of what Solavei is doing to people that you love, like, and trust around the holidays. So it's a great promotion, and this is the last promotion that Solavei will do in 2013. So make sure you take full advantage of it.
Well, Laura, to support that campaign, Ryan, our CEO, went out and shot a very candid, fun video. And today you are telling me why you love that video so much. Why don't you tell us what did you like most about it, and how can folks use that video to promote this campaign?
In fact, I sent him an email earlier today because, you know, I mean, a lot of companies have the hype and the noise and the staged commercials, you know, that get passed around on Facebook and stuff. And this one, you know, it's just Ryan. It's just Ryan Wirch, our CEO and founder, who's out of his office, running around the streets, sharing Solavei. To me, it was, it's totally the heart of Solavei. It's just raw, it's relevant, it's real, and it's passionate. And I love that about this commercial, that you can just see Ryan Wirch passionate and excited. It's almost like somebody's following him around with an iPhone camera or something, just capturing his excitement as he pops in and out of stores going, nope, they don't have it, nope, they don't have it. It's fun. I can imagine doing that with my friends. I can imagine getting a group of 4 or 5 people together running around all these different stores and going, oh, they don't have it, oh, they don't have it, and just making a video out of it. In fact, I think that would be a really fun way to just generate more excitement in that. It's inspiring, and I just love seeing Ryan being just himself, sharing the heart of Solavei, the reason, the mission behind this company is just to share. And it's in the very most
we
simple
can launch
form.
a whole new campaign, Laura. We can call it the Nope, They Don't Have It campaign. And when we stop with our Solavei card and they don't offer buy one, get one free, we can come out and go, nope, they don't have it. I know that was regarding the carriers. That's awesome. I loved it too. I thought it was great. So make sure you check that out. You can go to facebook.com/Solavei, or is it Solavei TV?
It's Solavei TV.
Yeah, Solavei TV. So facebook.com/Solavei TV. Just scroll down there and you'll see the video.
YouTube.com/Solavei TV. If you want to see it on YouTube, that's the YouTube channel.
Yeah, but you can also see it on the Facebook page, which is /Solavei, right? So facebook.com/Solavei, and or you can go to youtube.com/Solavei TV. That's on both places. So also, great news, deal of the week. Aaron, why don't you tell us about this deal of the week, and again, more ways that people can be utilizing their Solavei pay card.
Absolutely. Just be sure to go to the marketplace, because there are so many different options and offers available. So every week they'll put a deal on the week. This week it's the movies, 15% at the movies, and I love that. Who doesn't love to go to the movies? There are some great ones out and coming out. So with a family of 5, we pay a small fortune now to go to the movies. And so when we use our Solavei pay card, that's just all the more money back into our family budget. So be sure to go to Marketplace, look at all the different offers, and activate your Solavei SIM card, because for all of them, because you never know when you might be going to Trader Joe's or another one of those stores that's on that list, so that you can be saving money. More saving money with Solavei. I love it. It's awesome. So don't forget to check out those deals of the week.
Good. All right, Ricardo. Get Loud Webcast. Now, I find this very funny, very interesting that they're calling it the Get Loud campaign. I think it's a little play on words, because obviously our original launch of the company was about how other companies are loud with advertising. They put billions of dollars into their noise of advertising. And I think what Solavei is saying here is, we're not going to put out the $1 billion. We want you to get loud. You're the people. You're the voice. You're the heartbeat. You're the relationships. And so as those commercials get loud, and you're going to see them, you're going to see AT&T, Sprint, Verizon, T-Mobile, Victoria's Secret, like, hello, have people commercialized underwear or what? But they're getting really loud. I've gotten, like, every week I get a Victoria's Secret catalog, and I'm like, okay, enough already. Well, it's just going to get noisier and louder. We're only at the beginning of November. Well, while they get loud, we have to get louder. And how do we get loud? Our relationships get stronger. The people get more vibrant with their passion for Solavei. So, Ricardo, tell us what's happening on November 21st.
Well, we're going to have a webcast with our CEO, obviously, and not only he's going to, I guess, close out this deal for from now to the 21st, where we got all kinds of incentives, but he's going to give us a lot of updates and a lot of good news on what's coming next year. When we say get loud, we mean it. And already, like you said, Stacy, a lot of the companies are spending billions of dollars on getting loud, quote unquote. And in reality, like we said, only 47% of people listen to all that noise. In reality, 97% of the people listen to a friend or a family member. So let's take advantage of this and let's work ourselves up to the 21st of November. We don't want to miss this webcast. It's going to be at 5 Pacific, 7 Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern. So I know there's going to be a live event in the Dallas area that we're all waiting to see where it's going to be and the details, because if you're within the area also, you don't want to miss it. Whether you're at home, 1,000 miles away, and you can look at it online, or you can go in there and watch it live. It's gonna be awesome. So it's time to get loud and for the first time help everybody around us, because something that James was saying, what we're doing with this special that we got going on right now, we're telling everybody, we know you need to save money because of Thanksgiving coming up. We know you need to save money for Christmas. So if you give us $49 plus tax right now, you won't have a bill until next year. And people love that because they don't want to have a bill to pay during Thanksgiving or Christmas. So we're telling them, you pay $49 plus tax, and you never have to see a bill again until 2014. And it's one of those ways to get loud also.
Yeah, that's great. And I know November 21st, it's going to be held or broadcasted live from Dallas. I've already got my flights booked. I'll be on the Social Commerce University tour, so we'll be there. I know that it's right before, the day before Ryan is going to be running a marathon in another state, so we as a family are going to be supporting that. My father passed away a few years ago, and every year he runs a marathon on this Route 66 marathon, so we're going to be supporting him with that. But on the 21st, we're all going to be in Dallas, and we're going to be having a grand old party. We'll give you updates on that, so stay tuned in the Empowered Living Facebook group there, as well as the announcements from Solavei, but we'll keep you updated on that for sure. Okay, well, this one is very important, and we've got a couple of things to say about it. We have announced that Solavei's new incentive trip is now been announced. We don't know where it is. That is going to be announced on November 21, just another reason why you want to be there. But it is important that you opt in for this trip. And the reason why it's important is they want to know who's actually wanting to compete for the trip. So opting in is very important. It's not just, well, anybody should get to do it. No, we've got a lot of people that share Solavei as dealers and as businesses that they're actually not doing it for the incentive trip. But me, Ricardo, Laura Wells, James Linhart, Aaron Wolf, we want the trip. We want it. We're doing it for the trip. We love having that time with people on those trips. So make sure that you go in and opt in. To opt in, go right now. In fact, you should pause this recording. You can come right back to it. You should pause it and go to connect.solavei.com. In fact, pause it. If you have not opted in, pause it. Go to connect.solavei.com right now and opt in. Now, today is Monday the 4th. This is when we're recording this live. Tonight at midnight, anything that you've done from November 1 to tonight midnight, you can get credit for those enrollments. If you've had enrollments on those few nights from the 1st to the 4th, you can still get credit for those. Go opt in right now, and they will give you credit for those ones that you've already done. That's so cool that they're actually going to retro it for a few days just to give people the time to opt in. But after tonight, it's going forward that you'll only get credit for what you opt in for forward. So go right now. If you're still listening to me and you haven't done this, that's me smacking you. Pause. Opt in at connect.solavei.com. Click on that new incentive trip banner and opt in right now so that you can get credit for what you've done in the last few days. All right, if you haven't enrolled people in the last few days, then there's another spanking. Just opt in and get those in the system going forward. Okay, and all that's going to be live there on your Solavei Scoop. Now, you guys saw us being silly with the hashtag Solavei banners. Again, we want you to make sure that you go and get yourself. In fact, I have to admit, guys, I have not taken time to do it. I've been trying to think of something creative, and tonight, hopefully James will send me a screenshot of what we all just did because I thought that was pretty cool. I think that might even count for TV. We'll see. So, James, maybe if you'll send me that, I can post that. Maybe all of us should post that for our Solavei app. James, tell us about this and what is the contest regulations?
Yeah, really what it is, it's really just raising more awareness about Solavei, and you can get as creative as you possibly want to, and as long as you have that Solavei banner that we all have. And I just actually learned today that if you didn't get one, either you didn't attend the Solavei Bash that we did in September, or you didn't get a Bash kit, but you have 3 or more trios, so you have free mobile service, you can actually go to where the Solavei app is under promotions on connect.solavei, put your information in there, and they'll send you a free one, and it'll come to your mailbox in the next 2 to 3 days, and you'll be able to do Solavei up all over the place. I think it's going on until November 27th. They're giving away crazy prizes for like a $100 gift card to be put on your Solavei pay card for Marketplace. Other cool prizes they're giving away if you can get on TV. And this is kind of like TV. You have to show a actual video clip of the TV show with the Solavei up on, whether it's a TV show, a sporting event, and they're going to have a special prize. We don't really know what that is, but I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. They are able to get on there with the Solavei up. The only caveat to this is make sure, because I see a lot of people doing this on Facebook, make sure you post your Solavei up banner picture on the Solavei Facebook page. If you post it on just your personal Facebook page, it won't count towards the contest. If you want to enter the contest, make sure you go and upload it onto the Facebook page. Tag yourself, tag your friends. It's a great way to raise awareness about Solavei.
Okay, so James, will you send me the screenshot? Did you take one?
Yes, I did, and I posted it up on Solavei as already. And tagged
okay, well, you got to send it to me because I have to do it too. That way I get credit for it too.
Yeah, I will do that right now.
Yeah, so, yeah, and Ricardo, you look awesome. You look like a Mexican, I don't know, a Mexican something.
Strawberry picker.
Something. I love it. All right. So going forward, of course, get registered for Empowered Living, our Social Commerce University at, let me go back to that, empoweredliving.biz/university. Now, to close this out today, we've got just about 2 minutes to close this out. Last week we launched the Solavei is Generous campaign. What does the word generous mean? It means free in giving or sharing. It means to be open-handed and open-hearted. Last week we relaunched week 1, which was what? Inspire, right? I see those texts. Yes. They want to know who won. So week 1 was to inspire. And we asked you to post something that would inspire others to give. We asked you to go in there and share with us some stories that you are, I know my mom personally has been doing every day her art campaign, Acts of Random Kindness. And she's been buying things for folks, and she's been doing nice things for neighbors, and really just making it a part of her daily awareness of how to be generous to others. Of course, others have shared stories on what they're doing just to hopefully, you know, generosity is never to be something where you you wear it to brag, because then you steal your blessing, right? You want to do it in a place of humility. But what we wanted to make sure that we had people do is share it so that we could create a funnel, a ripple effect of generosity throughout our network and hopefully even beyond. It's so much impacted my family. You guys have seen a few of the posts that we've done this week. But I was at Starbucks the other day, and I was pulling up, and I actually had Ryan's wife, Chantel, was with me, and my kids, and we were on our way to a football game, and I bought coffee, and my son says, "Mom, there's a car behind us. Buy them coffee too." And I said, "Well, Peyton, you don't have to do that every time." And, I was so convicted. I was like, oh, my word, here's an opportunity. My son feels generous right now. And, you never know if it's going to be the football team behind you that they're buying coffee for, so you take the risk that it could be a big bill, but you just don't know. And I said, hey, no, we'll do that. We don't have to do that every time. And as I sat there and I was getting my coffee, and they asked me for my payment, I just had that check. Why not? If my son is feeling that in his spirit, I want to show him what happens when we meet with generosity. So I said to the gal in the window, I said, you know what, can you go ahead and put their whatever they ordered on my credit card as well? And she goes, wow, that is so generous. And she said, yeah, I'd be happy to do that. She looked back at me and she was like, so how are you today? And I could tell that she was just kind of going through her mundane. And what that did, maybe even more than the people behind, to the girl in the window, it said, you know what, there's still good people out there that are willing to do good things. And so I just challenge you to let this get on you. Let this become a part of your fabric. It doesn't have to always cost you. Sometimes it can just be asking somebody if you can help them with their groceries, or, just do something generous every day that you can think of. So this week, week 2 is create. Now, what that means is we want you to begin to create things for other people that could be generous. It might be creating marketing tools for somebody, and don't ask them to get involved in it. Just give it to them. Maybe it's creating cookies for your neighbors. Maybe it's creating a co-op with a group of people to really help them because maybe they're struggling with building their business. Maybe it's creating something that you're going to be able to give away as Christmas presents, and you do that with your kids, and whatever it is, create. And we want you to go to the post tonight. I'm getting ready to go put it up, and that is share how someone has helped you in a time of need and was generous in your life. And again, at the end of this week, we're going to take the person who gets the most likes on their post, and you're going to win a special prize from us. Now, we have this week's winner. She wins the party kit, the hashtag Solavei Up Party Kit. James, I know you went in there. Who is our winner?
The winner by a few votes. There was a lot of activity on that feed. I think there was 30 to 40 posts on there, and tons of people, all different walks of life, of how they give back. And the person that got the most likes was Miss Barbara Warren is our winner this week. And she shared an incredible story, so she's going to be getting a party kit with a couple Solavei banners, a bunch of different things. You can go get your own party kit on solaveigear.com, but we'll make sure that Barbara Warren gets hers ASAP. You can read her story on the post, so make sure that when Stacy posts up the new graphic, to go on there, interact on there, put your post, like other people's posts, give, give, give. This week is all about creation, so it's going to be an awesome week. And thank you, Barbara, for sharing your story, and everyone else as well.
Well, James, what did she post? Do you know what she posted?
Yes, I can find that out in about 3 seconds.
I want to know what she posted. Laura, do you have it pulled up? I heard you read it a minute ago. And bam, I've got that new post up right now. Oh, well, it's processing. So that you guys can go right now and post, how has someone helped you in a time of need, and how were they generous in your life? The reason why we do this, obviously, we're getting closer to Thanksgiving, where we give thanks. This is a way where generosity is not just about what you give, but it's also a time to reflect on, a time to be thankful. Were you ever down and out? Did someone ever rescue you? Did somebody just do something kind to you? Has anybody ever said a kind word to you when you really needed it? What is that moment that you can remember that you would like to post, and then post it there in underneath this post right here. we're going to actually look under this thread, and then we'll pick the one that has the most likes. So it's taking a second for some reason to process, probably because we're on a Google Hangout, but I'll get it up immediately after, and then you guys can go in there. Barbara, what I need you to do is make sure that you can private message me there through the group and send me your address so I can send you that party kit out immediately, and want to see you post that banner for sure, and see if you can get on TV with it as well. All right, everyone. Well, we are so very excited to be with you every week. We're going to just leave that little screen up there so you guys can remember this is a great time for you to be generous. Use the buy one, get one free offer with Solavei to help other people this holiday, save some money, and do good for others. Anything you guys want to share before we head out? Everybody? My Mexican friend, you want to say anything?
Just to remind everybody, if you got any Spanish-speaking members or guest invites, you know, send them on Friday, because we got the Spanish webinar, just like we do on the Hangout. All the news and all the updates, we do them in Spanish and powerliving.biz/en español, and also we do a Sunday call in Spanish as well. So feel free to send your guest or your members, and let's support each other. And remember, be generous, because generosity is actually a lifestyle also. It's not just a long word. It's just a lifestyle. And when you're generous, you actually get that back. I was reading the other day, and it said, generous is to give without having enough. You know, so a lot of people just give when they have plenty or extra, and being generous is actually giving when there's just barely enough. That's being generous. So God bless you, everybody.
Well, thank you, Ricardo. And if you will remind me, Ricardo, I would really like to get those posts in the social. We need to have remind people about those calls. And let's get those slides in this social every Monday, so to remind people of that. I know that we went through. There is a new webinar link now for everyone that's coming to the Spanish-speaking webinars. So make sure that you go. Those are all updated now on Solavei. So again, go to the group. As soon as we get off, I'm sure it's going to get posted, and we'll be able to chat there more about generosity. Have a great night, everyone. Remember, now is the time. This is the place, and you are the one to start a revolution. Good night, everyone.
Good night.